Do not put any of this in the intro, by the way. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Between Two Coaches. Always on a mission to make fitness more human. The snark is sold separately. A Lashana Tova to all those who are listening and celebrating Happy New Year. Even if you are not one with the tribe, now would be a good time to start fresh. Right now. So, Happy New Year to everyone listening. I'm Coach Amanda, and I'm joined as always by my co-host.
It's Coach Nick. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, everyone. And we have a great episode. Just the two of us here, as you can see on your video screen. And we're tackling a nice little topic that's going to be some rapid fire questions to get to know us a little better. Because Amanda's mission is not just snark, but it's also for people to just know her a little better. And that's why she started this podcast.
It's my nightmare.
And that's what we're doing today. You're going to learn all about Amanda from rapid fire questions. It's pre-approved and they share no personal details from.
There's nothing worse, in my opinion, than listening to me talk about me. I also don't necessarily love it from other people too. I'm like, I don't really care to hear from some people who. And so in short, I don't listen to those podcasts.
Yeah. The people tell me though, they want to learn more about you. That's been the number one requested thing. When I get stopped on the street and they're like,
they're not mentally well, these people.
We want to learn more about Amanda. And I'm like, I'm trying.
These people are not mentally well. Okay. And I'm not mentally well, but I know they're not mentally well because I'm not mentally well. And so that's how you know. It takes one to know one.
Yeah, but so we're gonna do some rapid fire questions.
Yes,
just random topics. It doesn't necessarily
random,
but it's gonna be fun. It'll be a little different type of episode. And we hope you enjoy it. And if not, just turn it off right now.
Yeah, I would turn it off. And then maybe you could take some of these questions, like, let's say you're going on a Hinge date and you need a list of questions to ask your date. Like, you can just pull up this episode and consider it a gift from us to you.
Yeah, I mean, conversations are hard these days, so use our questions. Just consider it your dating guide to your next date.
Yeah. Did you have a good week? Before we get into the fire that is rapid?
Yeah, I did. Big things I did is I did some running, recovered from an injury, sort of. It's still there, but it feels better. So that's my win. I did some strength work thanks to friend of the podcast, Leah, who gave me some tips she assigned me some homework and told me my single leg everything is terrible. Her words that my leg should not wobble that much when it is by itself. So I was accosted by my athlete, aka friend of the podcast. But I've done some work, and we're gonna keep working at it because you need single legs to be a runner. Supposedly, sometimes one of your legs doing a lot of the work, and then the other one does it. So that was good, and I installed a ceiling fan in my house. The people want to know, and it went well. So big handyman win. I like to take pride in doing things like that. Even though I could pay someone, I can do it. And it feels like a win, even though if it took probably twice as long as someone else doing it. I enjoy being handy. I grew up with a very handy family. My grandfather would build everything and never, ever not. And so I learned nothing from him because I spent all my time not learning those skills and instead running. And now that I've retained some knowledge, it feels good sometimes. So that was my big win. And yeah, it was a fun week. You're laughing, but I know you're impressed.
By which part?
All of it.
Which part do you want me to be impressed
by? Yeah, just all of it. Yeah, thanks.
That's it. That's the stuff. Okay, good. It sounds like you had a good week. We are entering our final weeks of September here.
It's officially fall. That's why I'm drinking my iced pumpkin whatevers.
Yeah, it's thankfully not fall weather here in New York City.
It's not here either. It's really hot, but
thankfully,
we had that fake fall for a little bit, and then it went away.
Yeah, it was like 2 days maybe.
Yeah, tricked us good.
I knew she'd be back.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was lovely. It was lovely, and had a great this past weekend. Had a lot of time to interact with. I really only interacted with Vicky and Treg, friends of the pod,
Yeah.
and friends in real life. So, but not really Treg, actually. I really just ran with Vicky. Treg had some stupid workout.
I know. I don't know who gave it to her. It was terrible.
I don't know either. And Treg and Vicky and I were like, because of my secret, Treg and I have a secret route
Ooh.
in the city that we see each other 3 to 4 times in that one route every Saturday on our long runs. So Vicky's just like, we're gonna see Treg again, and we saw Treg again. We saw Treg multiple times, even though Treg did not run with us. So
she was with you in spirit.
She was. And then when she tried to find us, because we all can see each other's locations, we have a permanent Find My Friends little group. She's like, "Where are you two?" And we're like, "We are recording a TikTok. We can't talk to you right now, Treg."
Yeah.
She understood.
It's good. I think the one thing I took out of all that is that I'm not part of that Find My Friends secret group, and
Maybe we don't need to find you. Did you ever think of that?
No, that's not a thought that would pass through my mind.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to make this about you? Go ahead. Keep going. Just keep going.
No, we can keep making it about you.
No. There's nothing more that I love than a person who asks how the other person is, and then they figure out a way to make it about them. When I was younger, I think that I gave people too much grace, and now when I watch that happen, I just stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it immediately. Like what I just said to Nick, he's laughing, but he knows I'm being serious.
I do.
Because we don't do that.
I'm also going to cut all this out so no one will know it happened.
I'm obsessed with it. No, to be fair, Nick makes everyone around him feel like they can talk about themselves for hours. So Nick is not really the problem, but there are people who are problematic and are like, if I said to Nick, like, this is the worst day of my life, and these are all the reasons why it's worst day, there are people who would be like, it's called, like, they want to one up it. They're like,
it's a story topper,
well,
right?
at least you didn't have a hangnail like I did. And I'm like, let me see that hangnail.
You rip it off.
Rip that hangnail.
Yeah, it's story toppers, I like to call them. People who always have to one up your story instead of just like having some compassion, just listening. Because I think people think that's how conversations work, is like you say something and then I top it, and then you're supposed to go back and top it, and like everyone's having a great conversation, when in reality no one's having a good conversation. This is not a conversation. It is just two people talking past each other.
We're not having a good time.
Yeah. So
you're ruining it for us. Yeah. That's the end of that. Have nothing else for you.
Well, it was a good week.
Yes.
So yeah, no real grievances from my end, except for those who celebrate today's Boston Marathon cutoff, the day where they tell us the cutoff time, and then everyone is angry in the comments. And it was another 4.5 minutes after 5 minutes already from last year. So 9 minutes, whatever. People are not happy. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's another year of me trying to figure out why they can't just give a time, and then people run that time, and then they know if they got in. It's just another year. I have other questions, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. But so that's today. I don't necessarily have a grievance around it. It's known that's what Boston does, and you won't have to run their race, but everyone wants to. Not everyone, but lots of people do. So it's just part of it. But yeah, that's so it's fine. Yeah, I don't have anything else. No grievances on my end. I'm feeling not grievy today.
We can only have so much energy, and we might as well put it towards the rapid fire. So, for context, Coach Nick does not like to be asked questions that he is not prepared for. And that's because Coach Nick is only using AI to communicate with people.
I am also basically an AI creation. I'm not real.
This is fake. So we're trying to because we want everyone to be comfortable, but we also want everyone to know that we are spontaneous. We are able to answer questions. So we have some questions, and then maybe we'll throw some others out at each other.
Secret questions.
The first question is going to be for Coach Nick. What is your favorite running workout, whether that's for yourself personally or one that you assign?
Yeah. So let me just put this in Chat GPT real quick.
Not yeah. Come on now.
No, so my favorite running workout, I like mile repeats. I'm a big fan of anything shorter than a mile, but like a mile works for me. So I give me a lot of mile repeats, up to 10 before. It's fine. It's just whatever pace they're at, you can do them longer. But I like a workout. I like a sizable chunk of a rep I can do. Like, ask me to do 40 minutes straight, it really bothers me. But, a mile, 7, 6, 5, 8 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark, it's enough in my mind that I can wrap my head around, okay, I just got to do this. And then I can move on to the next rep. I get a rest.
Nice. That makes sense.
Yeah. How do we do this? Do I ask you the same question, or is that's cheating?
You can ask me. Yeah, you can ask me. I don't have an answer because I don't like any running workouts. I like to just, even though this is the first year that I've ever done any speed work, Vicky was like, I told Vicky that on Saturday. She's like, what? Really? And I'm like, yeah. I just like go out and run by vibes. So I would have to say like the complete opposite of what you said. I like to run like, hey, run hard for 2 minutes, run very hard for 4 minutes. Like I like that sort of stuff. So like fake running workouts, they're real. They're real. They are real. It's just, I don't really want to run a mile. I want to do time based. I want to run by effort. I don't want to necessarily focus on distance. For my athletes, I like to give, I don't have a preference. I want them to tell me what they like, and then we navigate their, like, I will tell them what I recommend would be most beneficial for their goals, but there's always flexibility, right? So that's how I feel.
You ask your athletes what their least favorite workout is, and that's the one you give them the most of because they need to do it.
Absolutely. That's how I work. What's the one food that you can't stand the texture of?
Ugh, like a slimy food. I probably I'll eat them, but I don't really love oysters or like the sliminess of something like an oyster. Like, it's just ick. I don't know. Like, if I don't notice that, like, I can eat it if it's like here and I just throw it in my mouth. But like if I even think about it for a second or accidentally like touch it, or like it's sort of like feel that icky slimy sensation, is sort of like I'm out.
Okay. So it's the slime for you. Do you like the taste of oysters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The texture of it is what gets me. So like if I can get it down without like acknowledging the texture, like, then it's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think people do that with potatoes, right? Like, some people like a potato a certain way, but if it's like mashed, the texture really gets them bad. But if it's like a French fry, they're like, this is great.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Potatoes shouldn't make people mad, but I understand. I understand that.
What about you?
I don't have this problem. I have foods that I don't like, but I don't have like a food that I'm like, no, I can't eat that because of texture. I shouldn't even say problem because there is a classified eating disorder called ARFID, and some of these tendencies actually fit into like navigating textures of foods. And my little sister is somebody who cannot have certain foods due to textures, or she requires a little bit more coaching, I should say, because it is coachable. One of our friends of the pod, Mallory, is actually a registered dietitian, and she works with folks who need more help navigating food. I will say though, I have to agree with you on the oyster thing. Or no, I have to disagree with you. I don't want to eat oysters because it's the same reason why I don't want to go to a tapas restaurant. Like, I'm not going to be satisfied. And so husband Nick loves oysters. It's
Yeah.
like, let's go out for oysters. And I'm like, if you want to just burn your cash, give it to me because I'm going to need a full meal. What am I doing? What are we doing?
Well, you get
Why
them.
am I?
Yeah, you just get them with some drinks, and then, like, and then you eat your
Well,
meal.
Nick and I have been sober for a
You
while.
know, like
And so,
water.
yeah, so this sounds terrible. This literally sounds terrible.
That's like a seafood problem. Like scallops and mussels are the same thing. You can't really make a meal out of scallops. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna eat 20 scallops and then go, okay.
No, shrimp is the same thing, right? It's nothing. It's
Well,
celery. Shrimp is celery. All right.
yeah. All right.
If you could live anywhere on Earth that is, no, actually, I'm not going to. If you could live anywhere on Earth, where would it be and why?
If I could live anywhere, I think I'd like to live in like the countryside of Italy. I don't have an exact place, but I want to be around Italian culture, Italian foods, Italian wines. I want to live in the country where it's nice, and I don't have enough research. Maybe it's not as nice, I think, but I just picture. I don't even need like a villa.
Have you been?
No, it's on my list of places I want to. So I don't like. I could be. It could just be in my mind picturing this place that I would love, and then I'd get there and be like, never mind. But in my mind, what I think, I would love to live out in the countryside in Italy. So,
Okay. Okay.
what
That
about
sounds
you?
great.
New York City?
If we had to take New York City off, like if it wasn't going to be New York City, it would be probably Portugal. It's the only place that like, in the places I've been in the world, I've been very fortunate that I've traveled to a lot of places. It is the one place that I'm like, oh, I could exist like as a human, not vacationing here. Like, there are so many places I've been where I'm like, I love, there is, speaking of Italian influences, there's a little beach town off the Kenyan coast called Watamu. And it is literally all Italians and Kenyans. That's it. The food is delicious. They literally pick tuna right out of the ocean. Everyone rides in a little tut tut. It's on the water. There's a beach. But could I live there? No, I could not live there. But Portugal is one of those places where the food is amazing, the weather is wonderful. There's a lot of outdoor space. It's by a body of water and there's a city. And it's very accessible financially, as well as they care about their citizens, like health wise, which
Well, that's new.
for me, it's mind boggling. So that would be the place. And it's also like close enough to, like, it's somewhere that like my mom could be easily conned into going because having my parents close to me is important. So I'd be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Portugal's on my list. My grandfather was from Portugal and grew up
I
there.
didn't know that. It's
And
amazing.
yeah, and we've always wanted to go. Most of my family is gone now at some point, but I'm trying still to get my mom, my sister. She may have went on a trip. She's been all over Europe. But me and my mom been trying to go. It's now a weird age because my kids are getting old enough where I don't know if they love a vacation like that yet. Like, I feel like I want them to be a little older. It's like weird to like, weird age. Anyway, to not make this about me, Portugal sounds like
You
amazing.
managed.
And yeah.
You manage. That's great. Yeah, you could also go. You can go
Yeah, I know.
like you.
Oh, I don't do. Yeah, I'm not like you. I don't do a solo vacation. Like the most I'll do is like go to a running race.
Like you. Okay. All right.
They not like us.
Okay. What?
Yeah, good.
What scent smells like home to you?
Oh, what scent? Some nice homemade sauce, some pasta sauce, like
Mm.
just like that, just like on the stove cooking, like that just brings me back to my childhood. We used to make sauce on Sundays and like freeze it for weeks, and then we would just take out like a Tupperware container of sauce, defrost it, and we'd have pasta. And that was all the times. Like going to my grandparents lived next door, so we'd always like go over. They'd be making sauce, just a nice smell of some. They'd make it get the cans out and like make the meatballs and all that stuff. So like that just reminds me a lot of like home.
Two scents that remind me of home. The first is like Fabuloso, as in the cleaning product. My parents have a problem with cleaning, like could be a medical, clinical problem undiagnosed. So in my house growing up, that's generally what it smelled like for most of the day. Then when the cleaning was done, there would always be like a candle on, and that smell would be something like a vanilla scent. So those are the two that would be scent wise. And then cooking, you reminded me, now my house smells like sauce because husband Nick is also Italian, and he likes to make gravy on the weekends. My mom was always cooking, and so there were always seasonings that you walked in and it would smell like, you knew exactly what she was making. She was making rice and beans, she was making salmon, she was making plantains or whatever. Those are the little, it's amazing what a scent can spark in your mind, right?
I know it's crazy.
Well, the next question, I'm going to throw you for a loop. What celebrity or famous person would you stop on the street for a selfie?
Yeah, I'm gonna be boring with this because honestly, I don't care about celebrities or famous people and like taking a selfie. Like even stopping to talk to them, like I wouldn't care. I don't know. Like there's almost
Yeah.
no one. I mean, like Michael Jordan was my whole childhood. So maybe if he walked by, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, like you're awesome and I watched every one of your games and you're cool." But like I don't mean like that would just feel weird to me to even stop them. So like there's no one I would walk by and be like, "Let's take a selfie." Like I would do that with a friend. Like if I walked by you, I'd be like, "Stop and let's take a selfie." If I happen to walk by you somewhere, like that's more likely to happen with a friend than ever with some random person I don't know.
Yes. I think that my being in a place that I happen to live in a neighborhood with a lot of famous people. The Upper West Side of Manhattan is we have a lot of people who walk around and they pretend to look like normal people, but you're like, oh, that's Bernadette Peters, or oh, that's Michael Strahan. How did that happen? Oh, Adam Sandler is playing basketball with Nick, like that husband Nick, that is. So it's like that is a we like to respect people's privacy in their lives. I
Yeah.
think that's very important. So I agree with you. I think the only person though I don't know what I would take a selfie with. I would kind of just like bask in her presence. It'd be Oprah and Beyonce.
Okay. Together. They have to be together.
Yeah. And I've seen them live separately. Like I saw Oprah last year at the 92nd Street Y. And I've seen Beyonce pretty much, with the exception of this year,
Yeah.
because I've aged out every year. I've been to her concert every single year.
Yeah. So
But again,
separately, you're like, but if they're together, you're like, this is it.
yeah, this is my shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you ask them on the podcast,
Oprah has her own podcast that's actually really good.
just like ours.
It's a little different. It's a little different. Do you want to ask me a question
I
for
do.
once,
I
or
do. I like asking
you're
questions.
just gonna make me do
So
all the work
you're
for
the
this?
host. Hey, let's see here. I'll go with this one. If you had a time machine, would you fix your past mistakes or see your future? And
See
why?
my future,
And why?
because I don't have any mistakes that I've made in my life. Like I don't look at life like that. I am of the belief that everything in my life has happened, has occurred, and while I may not have been my best self in those moments, I've learned lessons that have supported me in the growth that I needed despite not wanting them at the time. So that would be my reason why. If it was an or, I also, if there was an option to say, like, if I had a time machine and I would just like give it to a friend, I would give it to a friend because I also like, I have no interest in future tripping, as we say, in the recovery rooms, that there is a lot of power in just being present, taking it one day at a time. And that's how I try to live my life.
Yeah, that's love that. very practical. The question was built around not being practical. It was supposed to be hilarious, and you turned it into a life lesson. So we
I'm
applaud you.
fucking A.
Just kidding.
But let me try with you. If you had a time machine, would you fix your past mistakes or see your future?
So I'd fix my past mistakes, and I feel similarly because I don't want to know the future, honestly. So I don't want to know what's happening coming up. Like, I don't want it. It would ruin everything. So if I have to pick, I'd pick my past mistakes. I do feel similarly like you. Like, I don't know what I necessarily would fix because it would change the whole direction of my life. But
Right.
there's things I've done that I'm not proud of, right? So like those I could feel comfortable fixing. So I don't think those would change my entire life. It would just make me feel better about things I've done prior. But
Mm-hmm.
no
Mm-hmm.
part of me wants to know what's coming. I just want that's the excitement of showing up every day and being like, "Oh, look, this happened today. What do I do?"
That's a good answer. I mean, I don't have I have to tell you it's a good answer because it's how
You
you
have to.
feel.
Contractually obligated to be nice to me.
Um, if you were stuck on a deserted island, what is the one thing? I don't know that I want one thing. Two things.
Ooh, okay.
What are two things you would need to have in your possession?
Yeah. I would need a pair of running shoes. I do some running if I'm gonna be stuck on this island forever. I just need to be sane. And I would need my phone. 'Cause I just need it at all times. It helps me. It's too attached to my life to not be without, and I don't think I could exist on this island for too long without some sort of entertainment. And yes, I can read a book, but also I could read a book on my phone. So I can do all the things plus more. So yes, that is my answer.
Okay. I think that the phone is like that is I don't I, I want to agree with you. I would say I would bring mine too. That way I can order everything I needed. Food, clothing, lip balm,
Yeah.
like a place to sleep. I would say running shoes, like I would say that, but I don't opt for running on sand.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
so like
Well,
the
maybe it's an
island.
island with some roads. It's still deserted,
Okay.
but there's like a couple roads here or there, like a 2 mile loop that's like perfectly like measured exactly.
Paved.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that I'd have to bring the same things as you then.
Yeah. Maybe we're on the same deserted island together. Maybe we brought each other.
That doesn't sound, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. That's good. That's really good. What is your go to karaoke song?
Oh, it's easy. It is Kesha, We Are Who We Are. Know every word. If I'm at a bar and karaoke is available and that song is on the list, I'm signing up. There's no stopping me. I will put my name in. If they try and not call it, I'll put my name in again. I will be up there singing that song every time. I did once I was in Sweden for a work trip and I did Bon Jovi Living on a Prayer. And I didn't realize how international Bon Jovi was. This was like 2013 because I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sing a song from a guy from New Jersey," and the whole place was like singing all the words. They knew it, everything. They were jamming out, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like we're international and we're making it work." So, but yeah, my song is I don't like karaoke. That song is not great. Kesha, We Are Who We Are is the jam.
That's good. That's good. I don't know. I was expecting that. So this is hard for me because one thing that I do professionally is I make playlists for a living. I am teaching the 12 classes I teach every week. I make playlists every single, there's no repeats. Every week they get a new playlist. That's why I'm so exhausted because I've just been doing this for so I love music. I This is a very hard question for me. I'm gonna I'm gonna pick two. I'm gonna say It's Not Right, But It's Okay by Whitney Houston.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say Lady.
Yeah,
These are so many bars. Like there's a rap section.
it is a good one. There's so much going on.
So much going on. I really enjoy that one. I can keep going. Like there's karaoke is it's reminding me how much I like karaoke actually and how maybe I just need to that's what I need to do.
It
I
means
need
the
to
next time we're together, we're hosting karaoke night.
There's so that was like I'm yawning because I'm exhausted from building playlists. Um, there that's like a big part of my middle school, high school, and college experience. There are a lot of karaoke bars in New York,
Yeah. Aren't those
and
ones open to like 4 in the morning? Like you get a room?
they don't close. Yeah.
They don't
Oh, you
close.
get a
Oh, yeah.
room. Yeah, you pay $20. You bring in whatever illegal substance you desire, and you're in the room. It's just you, the
That's not,
room,
that's,
and your 50 closest friends that you've invited.
well, I don't have 50 friends, so I need a bar of people to like marvel at me. Cause I'll like I'll take the mic and I'll walk around when I really at it. And like I'm everywhere. No one knows where the person's singing from.
Yeah, that's something that we did. Like you would have been fine with my group because I was, as you know, also a club promoter. You
Yeah.
remember that about me? So I would have, we walk into the club, you have a table, and it's the Nick show, as long as there was a good female to male ratio, because that's the time that I lived in.
Yeah.
I love that question, and it sparked some nostalgia. Nostalgia.
Yeah. My turn. I'm going to ask.
Oh, very aggressive. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I got to hop in. What would be the title of a movie about your life or career?
Booked and blessed.
Ooh. I thought you were going to go with something around bad bitch bones, but I like it.
Very, very Bad Bitch Bones would be a chapter in the
Yeah.
book. I
Chapter
mean, in the
4.
movie. Yeah, yeah, it would be in the movie because, and it would be like, that would be like the crescendo. Like
Yeah.
she's found her place of yes, and she's gonna stay there for the rest of her God-given life.
I like it.
You like it? What would be?
Probably From Sensitive to Brave. I feel like that's a title I like. Yeah. I
You
don't know
think?
why,
You think?
but
Okay. What do you mean you don't know why? Of course
no,
you know why.
I know why. I just that hit me as like what I like about my journey from youth to today.
Now, is there something? What is wrong with still being sensitive?
No, it's nothing. I look at it as before I was sensitive, and I'd have to add more words, but like for a title, this works. But like I was more afraid of being sensitive when I was younger and tried to hide it, and now I'm proud of being sensitive. So maybe it's like sensitive from scared to brave.
Well, that's a good
The
one.
story of Klastava played, and Michael Cera would be cast as me because I think he could
Yeah,
play. He even at his
yeah,
age now,
for
he could
sure.
play the youth version of me and the old version of me. I mean, you just need to fix up his hair a tiny bit, but we're like spitting images, so he's like cast as the star.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. That would be smart.
I've already thought about this. I just gotta get it greenlit.
I can tell. I have not. I have clearly not thought about it, but I just came up with the first slogan that came to mind. That's great. Sensitive or sensitively brave, or maybe Sensodyne. Sensodyne can
Yeah,
be.
we can get sponsored by them.
Yeah, I don't mind Sensodyne, except for the fact that they are like asking for my 401k to buy their toothpaste now. I'm like, Nick, we can't afford this. We're going back to Crest. That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Should we tackle
one more, I think.
one more you think?
Yeah.
Where am I gonna go? It's gonna be this superpower, I guess.
Or what about the most interesting place you've ever visited?
Okay, that's better for me. I was being selfless, but I'll never do that again. What's the most interesting place you've ever visited?
We're asking me. So I would say I got to spend time for work in Stockholm, Sweden, and it was
Cool.
during the summer solstice, so first day of summer, and I had a meeting that day, and then that night I had nothing, and the next day I didn't have to go home until late. So I got to experience 23 hours of sunlight because they're so far up north, and it was a crazy experience where I wanted to go to bed at a normal-ish time, 12, and the sun is like brightly in the sky, and 3 in the morning, it's still bright in the sky, and everyone in town is off for summer, at least for a little bit of this period. And they are all just out drinking till 6 in the morning because the
It's
sun
wild.
literally never sets. And it's just a wild day, time period of being there, of just never ending sunlight. It was a wild experience.
That is so cool. Yeah, I cannot imagine. Very cool. I've never been. The most interesting place I've ever visited would be probably Jordan for so what a wild it was a wild trip. Most of the places I've traveled I've been to by myself. And Jordan was somewhere I've been to by myself. And it was interesting because I got to spend the first part of my trip building a home for a couple that needed support, and it was a fundraising mission through Habitat for Humanity. That part was lovely. The food is incredible. I could live in the Middle East. I love Middle Eastern and Mediterranean food. Um, and I think it was just so interesting because it was just such a you were there and you felt like you were in a different time period. I stayed in I'll never forget this. It was an Airbnb in Little Petra, which is literally next door to Petra, one of the world's wonders. And it was, I think, like $12 a night for me to live in it was a literal castle. There was a little woman, and I was in it with there were 4 levels, and there were 2 other women who were there at the same time as me, solo traveling. Or no, they were together. They were together. And this little woman who was born in Little Petra would make food for me, all my meals. She just made like giant pots of chicken and rice and baba ganoush, and oh my goodness.
Yeah,
And to get anywhere, I had to take a little donkey, so she had to call the guy to get the donkey up the hill to get me. And I would get on the donkey to get anywhere, literally anywhere.
that's awesome.
It was not walkable, not runnable, just me and the donkey.
Yeah. Well, that
So
sounds like a very interesting place.
it was it was an interesting place, and I really loved it. And the people were so kind, but such a fascinating part of the world.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't been there or anywhere in the Mideast, but thanks for sharing, Amanda. We learned so much about you today.
I know, I know. I'm gonna need a week off now. Fortunately, I have that. I think we're all out of rapid fire questions today, friends.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging around, everyone, and listening.
Yep, we love that. You know how to connect with Coach Nick and I. Come over on Instagram, give us a follow, slide in the DM, let us know that you enjoyed this episode and what you would like to hear from us more on. We spoke about that a little bit more in the last episode. If you haven't caught that, go back and listen. And in any event, we hope you enjoyed this little get to know us episode. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.